بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على النبي الكريم وبعد. Honorable brothers and sisters, as you all know that whenever we read the Quran, almost in every single chapters, from the 30 chapters we have in the Quran, almost in every single chapter, you will find the story of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu salam and his discussion and debate with Pharaoh, Fir'aun. And ulama, they have said the reason why, there are various reasons, I mentioned this in detail another time. One of the main reasons that we need to understand is the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about the clash between Musa alayhi salam and Fir'aun la'anahullah. May the peace and blessing of Allah be upon Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, and may the curse of Allah be upon Pharaoh. Because Musa alayhi salam, he is the embodiment of haqq. It's not the clash between two persons only. It's the clash between haqq and batil. Musa alayhi salam is the embodiment of truth and haqq. And Pharaoh is the embodiment of falsehood and batil. So if you listen and read their debate and discussion properly, and you reflect and ponder and think, then you will realize that the people of the haqq, how they speak, and the people of the batil, how they always speak. So I would like to read to you, inshallah ta'ala, some verses from Surah Al-Shu'ara with translation and some notes from me, and I would like you to reflect. Inshallah, it's not going to take more than 7-8 minutes. So the very first one, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam was sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Fir'aun. So Musa alayhi salam said, "Oh Allah, I want Harun to come with me as well." So Allah said, fine. Allah chose Harun, the brother of Musa, to be also the one who will deliver the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In other words, Allah made him a messenger as well. Then Allah said, فَأْتِيَا Fir'aun. I want both of you now go to Pharaoh. فَقُولَا إِنَّ رَسُولُ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. And go tell him that we are Rasul, messengers for Lord of all worlds. So Pharaoh was astonished when he heard this, that someone comes to my gathering, in the presence of my entourage, in my place, and other than praising me, he's talking about something else. There is another supreme power other than mine. He got very angry because Pharaoh, he was such a crazy tyrant ruler. And this is the thing about tyrant rulers. They don't want anyone else above them. They want to be right at the top. If they find out there is another power, then that's it. They feel insecure. They feel like threatened. So Pharaoh got, hang on a second. Wama Rabbul Alameen. Go back to what you just said now. He said, Rabbul Alameen, Lord of the worlds. Lord of all worlds. What is this? What is this sentence that you have the right to mention here in my gathering? What is Rabbul Alameen? What is Lord of all worlds? Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, as a prophet of Allah, he gets revelation from Allah, he has yaqeen in Allah, he believes in Allah, and believers, they don't shake front of people of batil. You will be tested, but you don't give up your faith. You might see things, you don't give up. You still hold on to the belief of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're going to have Pharaoh, you're going to have Dajjal in front of you. And Dajjal will say to you, the Antichrist, that I could bring your dead into life. That's what Dajjal is going to do. What are you going to do then? The Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, the very last mu'min on this earth, he will say to Dajjal, even after he brings his parents alive, he's going to say, I have more certainty now that you are Dajjal. Because people of Iman, they believe in the words of Allah and His Rasul, not what the media or the eyes shows you. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, he said that you want to know about Allah? Let me tell you. رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا إِن كُنْتُم مُوقِنِينَ. This is Musa alayhi salam. He said that Allah is the Lord of the heavens and the earth and whatever in between, if you only truly have faith. Now Pharaoh is getting everybody's attention now. He said, قَالَ لِمَنْ حَوْلَهُ أَلَا تَسْتَمِعُونَ. Now think, Pharaoh goes, everybody listen to this person what he's saying. Are you all listening? He wants to belittle the da'wah of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. Are you all listening to what this man is saying? Now he's asking everybody, just listen, because whatever he's saying, it is out of time, it's outdated, it's not rational, it doesn't make sense. And he's mocking Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu salam. Musa alayhi salam, again, people will mock you, but if you want to speak the truth, don't let the mockers make you quiet. People are going to challenge you, say that, oh, he said this and he said that, to silence you. Don't let the people of the falsehood silence you. Musa alayhi salam said, Rabbukum wa Rabbu abaikum al-awwalin. Musa alayhi salam gave a second da'wah. He said, if everybody is listening to me right now, thanks to Pharaoh, I've got everybody's attention now. Everybody's looking at me. I'm going to continue to give the da'wah of the tawheed, of the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Musa alayhi salam said, He is the Lord of you and your forefathers as well. Yes, think. Why would you not think? Rabbukum Rabbu abaikum al-awwalin. Pharaoh now, he realized, hang on a second, everybody's now listening to Musa. Nobody's listening to me. And whenever the people of the batil, they see the PR is changing now, they are threatened now. When they see the public is now slowly believing in another, other than my own rhetoric, my narrative is changing now. Now people outside of my area is listening to the other narrative. This is the most dangerous thing for the people of tyrants, because they only live and die for the throne. Pharaoh was scared now. Hang on, other people are listening to. So he came because I'm going to come with an idea. I'm going to say something to everybody else, and they would not listen to Musa again ever. So what did he say? He said, Inna rasulakum alladhi ursila ilaykum la majnoon. He said, the prophet who sent to all of you, he is insane. He's a madman. He doesn't have no reason. Now he wants to basically make Musa alayhi salam, character assassination of Musa alayhi salam. Now basically let's dehumanize Moses. Tell him that he's not like us. He doesn't talk like us. He doesn't think like us. He doesn't reflect like us. He's someone else. He's barbaric. He's this and he's... Let's make all this kind of language now so everybody won't listen to him anymore. That's what tyrant people they do in every era. This is exactly what they do. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, he said that Rabbul Mashriq wal Maghribi wa ma baynahuma in kuntum ta'aqilun. Subhanallah, his iman and yaqeen on Allah is not going away. He's not ashamed to talk about Allah. Carry on talking. Make me look like the worst person on earth. As long as Allah is happy with me, I don't care about you. Musa alayhi salam said, He is the Lord of the East and Lord of the West and whatever in between, if you have sanity. In kuntum ta'aqilun. You are the man of intellect. If you really have intellect, then think and reflect. Because you can see all the signs and tokens of Allah wherever you look. Then Pharaoh used his final power. This is the final one. Every tyrant they use in every time. He lost all the arguments. Musa alayhi salam has won all the people in the court. Everybody is listening to Musa now. Everybody wants to believe in Allah. Everybody said, now you know what? His narrative makes more sense than yours, Pharaoh. Yours is just full of just accusation and allegations, and there are no evidences. But we could see whatever he's saying, it makes sense. So Pharaoh said, you know what? This is the one that the tyrant, this is the final straw, you could say, from the tyrant rulers. He said, لَإِنِ اتَّخَذْتَ إِلَهًا غَيْرِي لَأَجْعَلَنَّكَ مِنَ الْمَسْجُونِينَ. Listen, Moses, that's it, I had enough of you. If you take any other God besides me, I am going to get you surely imprison you. I'm going to put you into prison. You will be among those who will be in prison now. Now his power, his might, and his authority, and his army, and all of that he's using now, because he lost all the arguments. This is the debate. The story continues because it's very long. Subhanallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why is he telling us this story? Because Quran is not a book of story that happened in the past and that's it. Allah wants us to reflect and ponder that people of the batil, there will be always a clash between haqq and batil, and people of the batil in every era will try to dehumanize you. They will try to mock you. They will try to ridicule you. Your worshipping that you do, they will mock that as well. Your belief that you have, they will mock that as well. What are you going to do? You're going to give up? Or you're going to be like Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, hold on to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's iman and yaqeen. Listen, every era will have a Pharaoh. There are so many Pharaohs in our time. There are so many Pharaohs in the past as well. But like the Arabic saying goes, لِكُلِّ فِرْعَوْنَ Musa. Every Pharaoh will have a Musa as well. And Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam said, وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Do not lose hope, because the final outcome will be for those who are mindful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah give us understanding. Ameen. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله.